Alrighty. Any coins? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, sorry for blowing up on you there, Pally. That was rotten of me. It was. Getting this coin? No! Stop it! Okay. I think I want to go down. Really? No? Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Look, it's a hidden puzzle. The image below is of a tetrahedron that has been disassembled so that each of its 4 faces lie flat. Which of the triangles should you insert in place of the question mark so that when the tetrahedron is put together, both the red and blue lines continue unbroken from one face to the next? I believe I have my answer. Although, this part right here concerns me because it's not a straight line, and so it's like doing shenanigans. If I had Photoshop open right now, I'd just be like, screenshot, cut all these out, rotate, find out which one goes where. Doesn't say they have to be straight lines, just so they have to connect. Like, look how they meet at crazy angles on the bottom left. Yeah, I just saw that part too. And like, presumably I can rotate them as well. Some of these just won't work without rotating. In any direction, of course, not. Obviously, like, the way the rotator right now won't fit into that spot. So originally my answer was going to be B. But when I was looking at it some more, well, actually I would still want to go with B. Problem is there's an extra line on B. It just kind of looks funky. But I mean, if it works, it works. D doesn't work. A doesn't work. C could actually work. Oh, you know what I wasn't even considering? There's like these little like cubes inside each one of these, and it actually tells you where the lines are going to meet. And so you can kind of use that as a cheat sheet. So like for this one, it's going to be at the like the very bottom of, I guess, like the second cube. So if you ignore this part and I guess you down here, this line right here, it should line up with that second part right there. And then that should line up at the bottom of like the little corner spot of the triangle. And then the other one should line up on that one. So that lends a lot of credence to B. Whereas this one, it would have to be on this side. And so that means this corner would be facing up here. Means this would be correct. That would be correct. And that one would also be correct. So then what's wrong with this one as opposed to this one? Would have to be the blue line. Right about the side being fine for both B and C. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna like cheat but not cheat on this one. Okay. Where's magic wand tool? Okay, well that's not gonna work. All right, so wow, really? I just wanted to cut this out. Okay. Not like that. Okay. Add in cut out all that. Okay. Basket. Boom. Alright, so that could work. Okay. Whereas C that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. E okay. Come on. All right, so that side doesn't work. But that side works is like that side works. So, well, kind of. Well, I guess it doesn't. Oh, well, it probably does. You know, probably does. So like both of those options seem to work just fine. That side does work. You gotta check the other side. Remember that it folds up. tetrahedron that has been disassembled so that each of its four sides lie flat. Which of the triangles would you insert? Oh, I see what you're saying. So, I didn't even think about that. So, I would have to move this over here. And then I would have to line it up. So this edge would do to this edge to that edge. So if that goes there, it would be lined up like that. Yeah, I think that's right. So then that one wouldn't necessarily work. What's going on? Okay, so this one. This one just wouldn't work at all. So then it would have to be whatever one I cut out first. I don't remember which one it was. Whatever that one is. Which one is this one? This is C. Alright, we're going with C. We're going with C.
How does this sound?
Photoshop cheating! That one was actually a lot tougher than it needed to be. Excellent. Three-dimensional visualization is crucial for solving this puzzle. Done. Let's go find more puzzles. Alright. First I want to find more coins. Okay, really? One coin? Come on, dog. Hey, what do you want? Start jawing so I can get back to dinner. I heard from a fellow at the cafe that you witnessed a strange old man prowling about town, but I asked for a more detailed account of what you saw. Oh, okay. I think it was something like 4 days ago. I was on my way home from the market when I saw this creepy guy sneaking around. So I took a closer look, right? I wanted to make sure he didn't clean out the butcher before I got there. Up close, it was some spooky old guy with a huge gobble-snarf sack. Yeah. I yelled at him, but the geezer just bolted. I was all like, man, look at Gramps bust a move. I think that weirdo is the one who's been kidnapping people. You gotta be out at night. Watch yourself, you hear? Interesting. Cursor. Got a puzzle for me, dog? Hey, what do you want? Oh, I suppose you haven't seen Ramon, the servant from Reinhold Manor, have you? Of course I've seen him. He's kind of hard to miss with those huge purple lips, but I haven't seen him today. Now, if you haven't noticed, I'm in the middle of important business here. Could you leave me alone now? Of course. Please excuse the interruption. That wasn't very helpful. Next level Photoshop BS going on in there. Oh gosh, sorry Professor. It's not like the investigation is boring or anything. I'm just a little sleepy. It's gotten late. Let's report our findings to everyone at the mansion and wrap things up for the day. Oh no, Professor, look over there. Oh my gosh, is that Ramon?
Look, sir, My word.
Good God, man. Oh no, we've lost him. Luke, you saw that too, didn't you? No doubt about it, that was Ramon. Does that mean the kidnapper killed Ramon too? Steady there, Luke. I think we'd do well to return to the site of Ramon's abduction. The kidnapper may have left a clue behind, you see. Righto, lead on, Professor. Here's rumbling. The voice actor for the guy huffing and puffing under the bag was underpaid. We need to go sweep the site of Ramon's abduction for clues. You're absolutely right, Professor. Professor, look at this. That's another one of those cogs. This appears to be identical to the item recovered from the crime scene at Reinhold Manor. You think it might help us find who was responsible for both crimes? Perhaps. At any rate, our first priority is to report our findings to Lady Dahlia. Come, Luke, back to the manor. Chapter 4 completed. Wonder how many chapters are in this game. After witnessing Ramon's abduction, the professor and Luke returned to the manor to report their findings. They do not have eggnog like I do. We have urgent news. Ramon has been abducted. What? Who? How? I must inform Madam at once. Madam, something terrible has happened. I was about to say, and she did too. Just watch. So you're saying that Ramon has also been involved in some kind of foul play? No, we can't be sure of that yet. However, time is of the essence. We must organize a search to locate him post-haste. Mr. Layton, what's the meaning of all this? Why do you insist on whipping the town up into a frenzy? The situation has changed recently, Inspector. We saw Ramon being abducted in town. I'm afraid you may have a serial murderer case on your hands. You must rally the people of St. Mystery and organize a search. Mr. Layton, last time I checked, this was my case, not yours. It's too late to start looking tonight. We'll organize a search first thing in the morning. We've no time to debate whether or not to wake up a few sleepy villagers. While we sit here bickering, poor Ramon may already be. Everyone, your attention, please. Honestly, Matthew, can't you see we're busy right now? What is it? My sincerest apologies, madam. But it's Ramon. He's returned. Returned, but... Yes, after the professor honored us with the visit, I went to the market to do the shopping. Why do you ask? Just what is going on here? There you have it, Layton. Now, will you finally leave the detective work to the detective? But we saw it. We saw it happen right before our eyes. Ramon, don't you remember any of this? That's enough, Luke. But no, he was... I must apologize, Inspector Chelmy. It was dark out, and it seems that I was mistaken in what I saw. Now, if you'll excuse us, it's been a very long day. I do believe we could use a little rest. I certainly agree. The last thing I need is some drowsy scholar creating a panic in the village. Well, good night to you all, then. Well, they got zombies rolling around now? Just gotta check if there's more coins. You know, there should always be a coin in the seat cushions. Always, always, always. No matter how I try, I just can't seem to find that special someone. Tell me, Professor, what does an eligible bachelor like myself have to do to find a girl? I had an epiphany the other day. I think the reason I'm alone is because I can't solve this puzzle. Oh, how I've tried to solve it. But no matter how many nights I spend pondering it, the answer eludes me. Please help me, Professor. I don't want to spend the rest of my life talking to my stuffed animals. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. If you want to cut the piece of paper shown in the diagram 1 into 2 pieces and then reassemble them to form a rectangle, all you have to do is cut the paper as shown in diagram 2. However, in order to assemble the pieces as shown in diagram 2, you need to flip one of the pieces over before putting them together. Where should you cut the paper if you want to turn the paper in diagram 1 into a rectangle without flipping either of your 2 pieces? Okay. I understand what the puzzle is asking. Let's take a look, shall we? You like this one, possibly? Can't flip it. Does it have to be one straight cut? I don't think so. I think basically, like where like in diagram 2, where it cuts it right here, that piece can't actually fit into this negative space right here. And so what they do is they flip it over so that like the dotted lines are now face down, and then the back side of that is now facing us. And so what they're trying to say is, where do you need to cut so that you can make a rectangle, but you don't have to put the dotted lines facing down? That's how I'm interpreting this. You got that? You were wondering if you can cut in a zigzag and stuff? I imagine you could. Probably doesn't matter. Yeah. So how does the cutting work? Okay, so that's how the cutting works. So where should you cut if the paper if you want to turn the paper diagram 1? And I make multiple cuts. Apparently I can make multiple cuts. Well, Snap, you got it? You do like this puzzle? Oh, you know what? I think I might have it too. If I cut it right here, I could put this block here, and then I could put this there. I'm going with that.
Luke, here's my answer.
Foiled again.
I suppose I...
Nope, give it another try. I thought that was a really clever cut, too. Directions say you cut it into 2 pieces, so no multiple cuts. So... only one cut along 3 dotted line segments. I'm not seeing it. Like I could see multiple areas to cut, but when I'm placing it in my mind, not working out. Oh. Is that... Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Right there. Right there.
That should do it. Every puzzle has an answer.
2 tries. I'm okay with that. That's right. Now you know the answer. The puzzle seems quite simple, doesn't it? Oh joy, I'm positively tingling with excitement. With that puzzle solved, I'm sure I'll find a bride in no time. Alright, man. Good luck with that. Boom! Yeah, I spent so much time on the other side thinking like, what is going to go there? And then once I made all that progress, I then looked on the other side and I'm like, I still have that slot right there that's in my way. Inspector Chelmy and Madam have already retired for the night. Roan is likely off to the cafe. You've had a very hard day, Professor. Do try to get some rest. Good night, sir. What time is it? 10:30. Been quite a night. Wonder if we really did just mistake what we saw on the street. No, I'm certain that it was Ramon. When we saw him, there wasn't the slightest hint of life in him. He may have lost consciousness, but how odd that he would return healthy as can be an hour later. Stranger still is the fact that he seems to have no memory of what we saw happen to him. It's so peculiar. Plus, Ramon wasn't even the first. Lots of people seem to have the same experience. Any other village would be in a panic over something like this, but Saint Mystery, well, it's peculiar. That's all. There is something very, very peculiar about this whole town. You gonna say peculiar one more time, man? Yes, in most places, no one would stand for this, but we've seen that Saint Mystery is anything but normal. Alright, have a good one, Heels. Thanks for stopping by, man. Been a while since I've seen you. I'll probably be calling it quits here soon, too. What are we at? 4 hours, 30 minutes today? Yes, yes, don't you worry. I'll let them know. Well, hello there. There was a phone call for you. It was from an Inspector Cheese something or other. From Inspector Chelney. He just kept saying that it was urgent and that you should meet him at the Reinhold Manor at once. I'm making you want to try out these games, though. Games are pretty fun so far. I'm dropping frames. There's a bunch of them. I think there's like six of them total. 3 or 4 on the DS, and then 2 or 3 on the 3DS. If you like puzzle games, Professor Layton's one of the places to go. Probably wants to talk about what happened yesterday. Maybe so. We won't know until we get there, though. Come, Luke. Run, Luke, run. Here you are, Professor. Would you help a girl out? I've got something here I'd like you to look at. I made this darling sandwich for my special lunchbox, but the silly thing is too big. Can you make it fit? Using scraps of leftover from your breakfast, you've managed to cobble together a rather oddly shaped sandwich. How many times must you cut the sandwich in order to make it fit neatly in the container? Hmm. Why would you make your sandwich like that? So, the obvious cut is, like you would probably be thinking like right here and right here, because that was immediately what I thought of. And then I guess right here as well. And then you could put this spot here and this spot here, but that doesn't seem like it would fit in there at all. I mean, maybe it could, but this looks like it's just a little bit bigger. I'm not quite sure on this one. I feel like 3 cuts is too much. I still don't understand who makes a sandwich like this. What if I did like 1 cut like that? I do not know about this one. I have to, I guess, try to make squares. Oh, let's throw one hint coin at this. Have you thought of turning the sandwich to get a fresh perspective on the puzzle? It may sound slightly ridiculous, but if you do it right, you might be surprised at how everything comes together. Yeah, so yes, you can rotate them. I'm aware. Let's just take a guess. Take a guess. 3 cuts.
Luke, here's my answer. Oh, how
Take a closer look. There's an easy way to make the sandwich fit in the container. Problem is, the perspective here is a little off, and I'm not quite sure. Not at all. I'm gonna try 1 cut, just to see if I can get away with it. Maybe you could stack them on top of each other, you know?
Every puzzle has an answer.
That's right. This puzzle is a snap once you see the sandwich's protruding edges fit together. Well, that wasn't my solution, but that's fine. I'll take it. Oh, Professor, you're just the cleverest. Thanks for helping me figure this out. Simple chair? Need a chair to watch that TV. Alrighty. I think I'm at a good spot to end it for today, in fact. We've been playing for 8 hours. I've already surpassed whatever my actual handheld playthrough is at, and things are going good. I will be back tomorrow. At the very latest, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, but probably much sooner than that, depending on what's going on. We're gonna try to wrap up this game, hopefully. How long to beat estimates this at 12.5 hours. So if I were to just take that at face value, only got about like 4 hours left. So, you know, making a lot of progress. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Whenever I happen to see you tomorrow. Peace.